Bicol Express, Manhattan Stop by Marie Bismonte. No geographical coordinate can pinpoint a word that embodies a concept. Home is not a location, remembered in distant lands, nor it is a journey from the road to Mayon, where all beginnings take root, invoked in sepia, nor an arrival of an express train to the Upper East Side. In Manhattan, people ask me what I am. All answers lead nowhere. In my head, I am neither a citizen nor a national, but a transient between memories, moving through post-it notes and found postcards, to forgetting what cannot be remembered. Home is not a word, it is a language of the senses, an approximation of ingredients to create the right mnemonic. In the pan, Bicol Express simmers, the steam of bagoong and gata rising, to a smell abhorred by neighbors, who call it too ethnic, but to me it is decoding the landmarks of my past, the silly burning tracks. On my esophagus, a combination of words that defies expression. My tongue, incapable of speech, as it recalls the taste tugging at my throat, the loss of what cannot be recovered in each meal, the comfort that makes my eyes water. The first poem that we had discussed last midterm was Hometown by Luis Cavalquinto. We had established that the poem was about a person who usually works in a city but was resting and romanticizing his or her hometown. We also discussed that the poet Cavalquinto was from Magarao. For today, we shall have another poem to discuss. We shall discover what could be the similarities of this poem to that of Luis Cavalquinto. The title of the poem states two places, Bicol and Manhattan. We are all living in Bicol, specifically in Camarines Sur. We know what Bicol Express is. It is a native dish of the region with long chilies, coconut milk, shrimp paste or bagoong, onion, pork, and garlic. Express may also mean a train or a subway express. Manhattan Stop is a subway station in Manhattan, a New York's borough or town. The title, I guess, is implying a travel. The poem presents the persona's definition of the word home. It was in the first two lines that no geographical coordinate can pinpoint a word that embodies a concept. A geographical coordinate is a system that locates points on the Earth's surface. For example, the location of Philippines is 12.8797 degree north and 121.7740 degree east. These lines explain that geographical coordinates are useless in telling what really a word could mean. Then the persona started to define home. For the persona, home is not a location, nor a journey, nor an arrival. Let us try to dissect her definition of home. Home is not a location, remembered in distant lands. Do we only remember our home as a location or a mere place? Do we only remember our home whenever we are in distant lands or we are away from it? Think about it. Nor it is a journey from the road to Mayon, where all beginnings take root invoked in sepia. In this line, The persona is not just defining the word home, but also sharing a part of his or her life. He or she might be implying that he or she is a native of Albay, for Mayon is in there. He or she mentioned of beginnings in Sepia. Home for the persona is not just the journey of traveling back to his or her Albay, nor an arrival of an express train to the Upper East Side. In Manhattan, people ask me what I am. All answers lead nowhere. In my head, I am neither a citizen nor a national, but a transient between memories, moving through post-it notes and found postcards, to forgetting what cannot be remembered. The persona now implies that she is an OFW or a migrant from Albay to Manhattan. He or she shares that people there in Manhattan usually ask her if she is a citizen or a national, which means that he or she already gets a green card to gain a legitimate American nationality. But the persona himself or herself does not know the answer. What he or she just knew is that he or she lives on memories brought by post-it notes and postcards. Home, for the persona, is not what is remembered when we arrive to a certain distant place. Home for her is not a word, but a language of the senses. Linguistically speaking, a word is just a small part of a language next to sound. For the persona, home is a language of senses that leads to memory. He or she used the cooking of Bicol Express to point out what his or her statement means. This cooking of Bicol Express then decodes the landmark of his or her past. This poem used Bicol Express, the senses that functions whenever we taste the sili in it, as a metaphor for home. Just like in Cabalquinto's hometown, the poem presented us senses and imagery, yet the difference is in the presentation. Cabalquinto's persona is at rest on his or her own hometown, while Bismonte implies that he or she established his or her living in Manhattan. Bismonte's Bicol Express Manhattan stop did not only define home metaphorically, but gives us artistically how a certain food brings back memories and why home is not just simple word. At this crisis of COVID-19, you are staying at our home. If you are going to give a word to describe it, what is it?